of the deep, dolphin mysteries. Bottlenose freaks, short beaks in the night. Humpback shadows, pygmies out of sight. All the dolphins, you know it's true. Rolling deep in the ocean blue. Stripes and spots, they rule the tide. Water dogs of the deep, they don't hide. In the river's grip, seas endless bounty. Ruling the waves, dolphin Illuminati. Praised by Romans, gods to the Greeks. Underwater rulers, the power peaks. In ocean depths, that counts to 6. Dolphins in the dark, never calling it quits. Striped and spotted in the sea's domain. Aquatic dogs in their own insane lane. Through rivers they ride, seas they roam. In the ocean depths, they make their home.
Well, I talk about insanity, which is what's going on in your mind, and outside, which is where you communicate with those outside. As you know, if you give too much of your insanity, they'll lock you up. Oh, I tried giving as much as I could. They locked me up. They published it on paper.
Illuminati, deep, deep, deep in the deep they creep. It's that dolphin. Illuminati, in the rivers and the seas they be a constant mystery. It's that dolphin. Illuminati, it's that dolphin. Illuminati, deep, deep, deep in the deep they creep. It's that dolphin. Illuminati, in the rivers and the seas they be a constant mystery. It's that dolphin. Illuminati, it's that dolphin. Illuminati. Energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. If you wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama. Yeah, I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama.
No, Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
Transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
I whip that beat out like Michael Obama.
We already had it with
I got that
Obama,
big
so
energy.
let's just calm down.
Nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whip that ass like Michael Obama. I'm a girl, 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 I'm a whip the thing out like Michael Obama. I got that big, big energy. Ain't nobody wanna step back me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whip that ass like Michael Obama. Ain't got that clit, bitch. Hung like a llama. I'll whip that dick out like Michael Obama.
Britney Spears, can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
constantly explore the view of possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, winners, bigger mistakes, entertaining, decorum needs a secretive society to advance on philosophies intentionally, magically good guys. Good guys, good guys. Good guys, witches, weirdos, mischief making. It's okay to change your thinking. Good guys. Good guys, good guys.
Brap, 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 brap. Big up yourself. Welcome to a ladies' drink or smoke free, depending on your preference, ladies' night of Secret Society of Good Guys, which is live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're joining us on Rumble or X, thank you for being one of the few out there. If you found the Secret Society of Good Guys real channel, which is kind of the backup channel, thank you as well. If you are one of the people who join us in the chat on Project Chaney, we probably love you the most and know your name. But everyone out there, make sure you hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And Abbie and Layla, big up yourself.
Hello. What's going on?
Let me make you guys closer. I feel like you're so far away.
No, I wasn't liking that.
Separation of 6 degrees of separation.
I feel like we're in the same room.
I know. I feel like I'm taller than you guys. I'm gonna put myself
right
in the
now,
middle,
yeah.
which I never normally do.
I was like a nice little pyramid.
I never normally do. So what's going on? How's your week with Shitty, Layla?
Yeah, my little baby cat died. He was 3 years old. He had fluid around his heart and his abdomen, and they didn't notice that the few times that I sent him to the vet. They didn't find anything. And that day, when he passed, I actually had an appointment for the vet, but an hour before his appointment, I found him on the floor, just like, there lifeless with his eyes open and not blinking and just like vaguely breathing. So I just sent him to the animal hospital, the vet, and they said even if we did surgery, he wouldn't survive. He's just in such terrible shape, and I had to put him down. And he was my best friend, and I miss him. But he gave me 3 great years, and I'm very happy that I got to experience that type of love with an animal, because some people don't get to experience that kind of connection, and I never have up until this point. And this is the first animal that I ever had that like unique bond with. So when you lose that, like, it just like sucks, but I'm all cried out now, so I'm good. He's in kitty heaven with all the other kitties, and
Alone on a Sunday morning.
You know what's
outside
interesting?
You see the rain is falling. Isn't that song all cried out?
I think that all cried out. No, wait, I was singing all by myself. But anyway, the next night, the next night, I'm sitting on my balcony, right, and it's like 10 p.m. and I hear this freaking meow, meow, meow. It's a little black cat, baby cat. Like, I was trying to catch it for 3 hours, but I couldn't catch it. But like, I kind of thought of that as like a sign that I should get a new cat, and I will. So I'm gonna give myself some time, and I'm gonna get a new cat.
I'm
such a cat person.
Cats.
Yeah, it's cat season, so it probably won't be hard for you to find a cat, but it is. I believe animal soulmates are as rare as human soulmates. So not everyone you meet do you like connect with. Not every cat or every dog or every horse or cow or chicken do you connect with either, but every once in a while you end up with a familiar that you're like you got your little energies have traveled together before.
Yeah, he was stuck to me. Like, he followed me everywhere. He was on my lap every second. Like, he was my tail. He slept on me. I woke up with him on me. Like, he followed me everywhere. Like, would sit in the bathroom while I took a shower, or 1 or 2, whatever it was. But that was my little familiar. And yeah, I needed like a couple days to like, because that was the love of my life. That was my baby.
my favorite. Riggs, get a dog,
They don't
Layla. They don't smell
smell,
like pee pee. Cats
but they
don't
don't
smell at all.
smell.
Only dirty
No.
people have stinky cat boxes.
Yeah, like my cat smelled so good. Like I would bring him up to my face and just breathe it in because he smelled so good. I don't know how he smelled so good, but he smelled so good. Just
I had a cat love
the
of my
best.
life once, and I always was like, I don't know what about her head. It smelled like strawberries to me. I'm
Yeah,
like, I just want to smell her little cat head. It smells like strawberries.
yeah.
But and
But yeah,
my two boys now, they don't have strawberry crowns. They're just demons.
no, they're so cute. Are you kidding me? Your cats are awesome. And they're beautiful
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Beautiful cats.
Abby, is it different? Did you have any animal love of your lives ever?
Well, yeah, the cat that I grew up like they got the kitten when I was born, so I was raised with this cat until he was like 17. He was an orange cat. He was just like I mean, he had been shot and everything. Like this cat had gone through so
Wow.
fucking much. He definitely had like 9 lives, and yeah. So when he died, I was really pretty tore up because he was my cat, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they imprint on you.
Yeah.
Like
So I
cats do
had him
this
till I was
imprint
17.
thing.
And he died like right around the same time as my mom. So I was pretty devastated. I was like,
Uh, that's what
yeah.
I wonder too. I actually like one of the hardest animal deaths on me was a cat, and she was my cat love of my life. And I think it would have been tragic and hard that she died, but it was like she died a few years after my dad died. And so, whatever reason, I was just around better people who were more validating of the pain I was going through for the cat death than I was around for my dad's death. And it's not because my friends around for my dad's death, they just were almost scared. They were like scared to
It's
death
so hard
almost.
to
They
touch
didn't know
that.
how to
Yeah.
relate to me. But my friends
Same
around
with
for
my
my
family.
cat's death, they were so present. And so it's like they got to be the kind of friends they should have been for my dad's death, for my cat's death. So I had like white lilies in my house and like all the things that you like walk in and you have for my cat. And then for my dad's death, it was like a ghost town, but I almost just think they didn't. They were like, oh my gosh, Chaney's broken. Chaney's never been broken before. What do we do?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have hard feelings, but
I love my cat now too, though. My neighbor's cat is the cutest freaking thing. She's like cross-eyed and she's a mess, but she's just the sweetest freaking cat.
well,
Love
that's
her.
the
Yeah.
thing I was gonna ask for Layla is like
Mm.
culturally sometimes animals are different, but also I think sometimes when people have kids, they can have no relation to loving an animal. So
So
they're
I
just
went
like,
through
go
this
on.
thing with my mom, and plus I have to give her the benefit of the doubt because she doesn't know how to handle when she sees her children like upset, like in pain, like that. So it was like, it's okay, it's just a cat. Don't worry about it. Like, grow up. You're a grown up, and it's just like it. I get it's just a cat, but for me, it was more than just a cat. That was my
I
peace,
I really
you
think
know.
women never had children, and your animals do become your children, and that's like my son's grandmother. She's like step grandmother. She never had kids of her own, and she always has cats. Like the cats always adopt her, and she takes in every stray cat. So she's got most of the time she has like 9 cats, and they all have like different areas. You know, one lives in
Yeah,
the garage. You know, they don't like all live in the house, but anytime one dies, it's so freaking hard on her. It's
yeah.
so tragic, and
My
it's like
mom was so worried because I was bad, guys. Like when I tell you I was swollen, she thought like I was gonna have like a heart attack or something or die of broken heart syndrome or something because I was horrible. Like I could not, even at work, everyone was like, "How are you here?" I was like, "No one could cover my shift," and I'm just like there sobbing at work and like serving people, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Like some looked at me like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but like it's just a cat. I
And
could see it
others
on
were
their
like, "You
face. And like,
pudgy mudge, get your
yeah,
life
you
together."
yeah. Like, come over here. Oh my God, I know what that bond is like. And it was just I was just a wreck. It
I
like
had this
killed
girl
me.
reach out.
It killed me.
Yeah, I had this girl reach out to me on Instagram a couple days ago, and her horse died, and she was like, She's like, I've just been going through it and I've been crying so much. I'm like, well, you should probably listen Sunday because I'm sure we're going to be talking about it because, you know,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Layla's cat died and, you know, it's been
I
a big
mean,
deal.
like I get it. Like it's just a cat. I totally get that. And when I think about it, yeah, Layla, it's just a cat. You know, like you're gonna have another one. It's great. You know, that's what's helping me. Just saying that it's just a cat. But my heart deep down knows like he's not here anymore. You know, it's like the routine that you have every morning, and it's just like different. So you think about that. But anyway,
No, I
rest in
actually
peace,
think
baby.
the routine is one of the reasons why the death is sometimes harder than a person, because if you lose sometimes a family member, a friend of somebody, you miss them when you would have spoken to them. Like as the
Yeah.
death fades away, you're like, oh, I miss my grandmother once a month when I would have spoken to her. And
Mhm.
it's not because you miss your grandmother more or less than your cat. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like
Yeah.
in your life, the frequency of that conversation. Whereas sometimes your dog, your cat, your animal, they are at your feet from the time you get up. They cuddle with you in your sleep. They, you know, sometimes for parents, they seen their kid raised with this person. Sometimes for kids, it's the last thing they saw their parent with. So
Mhm.
they lose this animal. That's I think this too. It was one of the hard things for me with like longevity. They're with you. They know you. They watch you grow up. Like they watch
Yeah.
you mature. And so you think of who you are sometimes when you get that energy and then who you are when it leaves. And it's just like sometimes you mourn the little piece of you that is gone as well.
Wow, yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Um,
Man, death is so weird. It's nobody talks about it. Like really. It's like a scary thing to talk about for a lot of people or even go there. But, you know, it's a normal thing. It's a process, a natural process. Everything kind of experienced death on this realm. That's the
yeah,
realm. Yeah.
that's what it does. That seems to be one of the truths that we know for sure
Mhm.
is that you can be brought into this world and taken out of it.
Just like that.
I
Literally
sometimes
in a blink of an eye.
theorize like a blink and there's
Yeah.
nothing like all the planning in the world. Sometimes I wonder, uh, you know, I one time rescued a seabird. Well, I didn't rescue it, it died. But I had
Mhm.
this, it was a huge seabird, and I like ran out to the sea because it was drowning. It was choking on something. And it was this huge traumatic thing that happened. And I thought this bird probably went all over the world, like all the ocean, all the everything, and no human ever held it in its arms before. And here I was holding this bird in the surf, like sobbing for this bird and its death. And like whatever energy I was giving this wild animal, I thought, what are the chances this thing would ever come across me in life to be having a sobbing moment with this bird at its death in like a certain like I'm soaking wet, the bird's dying, like grasping. The bird stands up all the way and spreads its wings all the way out. It makes a cross shape and then falls backward into the surf. And I'm like, it was
Oh.
the most dramatic death. And I'm like, did I just somewhere help that species if there's reincarnation? Like it touched me in a way at the last moments of its life. Does it get to become human? Like, does it make human babiness? Like, if you get a certain amount of love. So sometimes I think that for animals, it's like they come to this or they get sent back or whatever the reincarnation rinse is. And then sometimes they never got love in human flesh, but they get love as a seabird or a house cat.
Yeah. You know what I wonder sometimes? If we are elevating after death, why is it our human instinct to feel sadness instead of happiness if that's a deep knowing that we have within us? Why is our initial instinct to be sad if we're elevating in a spiritual school per se?
This is Snaggy says, Godpill, I'm so sorry your cat died, but I would love your kitty so much you'd be like, cat, woohoo.
Well, thank you. I think, right? Thank you, right?
Yeah. You'd be like, cat, what?
Oh my God. I love you guys in the chat. You guys are awesome.
Oh shit! Sorry,
Way to
what were
make
you
a
gonna
girl
say? There was
laugh. I
something
love
else
it.
that was gonna happen.
Laughter is like the key to women's hearts. Just so you guys know. It's good to be serious, but laughter is like the best.
And for Steel Magnolias, Southern girls, laughter through tears is the greatest emotion.
Yeah, it really is.
It really
But for
is.
real,
Y'all do that to me a lot, though. That's why I love you guys.
I love you guys too.
Make you laugh through tears.
Oh, laughing to tears.
Oh,
Mhm.
laugh
Guess
until you cry,
Yeah.
cry until you laugh. It's not bad.
That's a very interesting feeling that, or sense that we have, or whatever we do as humans, crying, like energy wise, like where it comes from
Can I tell you
and how
something
it
so deep,
happens.
Layla? This
Yeah.
is my deep thought of the day. You
Huh.
guys, death sucks.
It does.
It sucks for
It
the, it
does.
doesn't suck for the dead animal. It sucks for the people who are alive.
But it just sucks. Death always sucks for the living.
It does.
That's what it is.
Unless
For the
unless
living.
you're like running for your life, and then something hits the thing that was chasing you, death 99.9% of the time sucks.
Yeah. It's terrible. Like to watch a thing and it be alive for a second and then not and see the life leave its eyes is so weird. And that feeling of like death and that knowing that that spirit is not, they're spirits. They're all spirits. It's like it's not there anymore. It's a unique experience and feeling. And I felt it before with humans, my brother. But I mean, they're all different for each person, but that feeling of death is there. And it's just,
That is the other thing. That
Mhm.
death door, I believe in my heart just by how many times I've felt it. When it's open by you, it's open by you. And so when
Mhm.
death comes to retrieve something, all the death that's been there before you can feel. So
Mm,
it's like when you're holding your cat and it's taking its last breaths, you can feel your brother holding you. It is the rawest, realest thing that I cannot explain unless you've been a person that's felt something's life leave its flesh. That in that moment, you're touching death too, and you can feel all the death that's left. And that's a weird, hard thing to get through because you
yeah.
just felt it there. You
Yeah.
felt yourself being held in your weakest time by an energy that wasn't really there, and it was only dead energy that you
Yeah.
can't explain. That's why you're like, it's still around me.
Yeah, because that kind of grief almost feels like going through a death process yourself. Like something happens within a human. I don't even know how to explain it. It either breaks you open, but almost feels like you're going through a death and that something does come to support you in that moment because it does feel like you're gonna die any second from that pain. So that resonates deep
Your
with me.
heart's breaking. You
Yeah.
said like lonely heart. It isn't that. It's your heart's not. It's actually it's shattering. It's breaking,
Yeah.
and that's what you're feeling. And the weird part about it is a callus of a heart, a calloused heart doesn't become cold. It just is bigger. And so
Yeah.
like the callus that grows over the broken heart of a death sometimes, that's the important thing almost. Probably like any callus or any muscle that's back together, a broken bone. It's important that you keep using it so it doesn't become callous. Because it's
Yeah.
shattered, so it can become bigger right now, like a muscle, like it's
Yeah.
like a ripped muscle. And so it can become bigger if you work it out right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna just become useless.
Yeah.
I think
Or you could get infected too.
get infected. I'm thinking, okay, so like the Jewish custom, when somebody dies in your family or whatever, they all were
Oh,
black.
it's always about the Jews,
know,
isn't it,
right?
Abby?
But one thing that people they do is
Sorry,
like
go
they'll
on.
cover their mirrors and everything. Like they play it up. You have to wear black. You cover your mirrors and everything and you're supposed to be left alone for like a whole week, so that way you have time to sit there and like. The idea is, I mean, if you're wearing black and being depressed, you will allow yourself to feel the feelings and express the emotion. But covering the mirrors too is also like being present. Like
I
not,
like that.
yeah, I do too.
That's what I do. I
what
need time for
it's kind
myself.
of a cool custom. Yeah.
Like I don't want to bring an energy to people, so it's like I'll say what I need to say and like let people know, you know, what the deal is.
When
What
I came
happened?
on
What just
first, I'm
happened?
just gonna say it real quick because we're here, everyone, and we all know me. So there is this high like pitch, and it's Abby. I'm sure of it
It's
because
my
I
air
muted
conditioning.
mics. No, but
Okay.
I think Layla
It's your
told me
mic.
when we first came on, I wasn't coming through mic. Like maybe the app we used to stream reset or uploaded a new thing, so I had to reset my mic to it. So maybe you look at your
Yeah.
settings and make sure the right mic's coming through.
No, it's the right mic. I think it's my air conditioner. I probably
No,
need
that's
to shut
okay.
that.
Leave the air conditioner on. I'd rather you be
Yeah, you need the
comfortable.
air conditioner on, yeah.
I just
Plus, I
wanted to
have
make sure you, because you're
if
also
it's
sound quiet.
really.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sound quieter than normal. I turned you down or turned you up.
Tap the mic.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
making.
It's not on that.
It's coming through here though, because it shows on my.
Because I didn't
audio.
hear that at all.
Press setting.
I'm
See?
on settings. I'm on the audio, and it shows me really loud. Actually,
Go in your in your audio settings, and it says that you're coming through your good mic.
yeah,
Oh, well,
I'm
maybe
coming
it's
through my good
fine then.
mic, and it shows me all the way up. Like,
Oh, well, maybe you have to hold your good mic closer to your face because I do have you all the way up. Or maybe you don't have to have your gain all the way up.
My game should be all the way down.
Oh. La 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 la.
Well, I could just unplug this and go with these. You can try that.
Let's try it.
Let's see.
I need honey voice. Sorry. See, I need honey voices. This is one of the things that if you're out there and we're friends and we see the phone chat and stuff, you probably have a great voice to me. I probably enjoy your voice on the phone. And so if I can't hear it and it sounds like or echoey or some shit, I can't concentrate.
Is this better?
Yeah,
Yes.
way better.
Okay.
Brr, brr,
There
brr,
we
brr.
go. Oh, I love it. It sounds nice and rich.
Good.
Look, yeah, I need a good ASMR, AMSR. I never remember what words I always just say.
ASMR.
That sounds like a spell ASMR.
LGBTQ ASMR.
Just saying it ASMR sounds
What
like
is
a
the
spell.
IA that they just added to that? By the way, anybody know? I don't even want to
Huh?
Google it because I don't even care.
The what?
LGBTQIA plus.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It has an IA. I'm like, what does
Yeah.
queer not cover in that?
Stop. I know, just fucking stop.
Just
They just have
stop.
to keep putting weird shit in. Like, just fucking stop, you fucking weirdos.
I love it. No, I fucking love it. It's hilarious. I saw it from the last time. I remember that comment last time. They could keep it up. It's fans. I love the fans, baby. Just don't become a stalker. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I ask. Don't become
You
Yeah,
guys
like-
can't be
Man.
don't become stalkers until we have enough money for security.
Yeah.
I do have okay security. I feel kind of lucky about my free security and just Thomas alone. If he's hanging
Listen.
out, he's kind of security.
Let me stop this for him. Okay, Snaggy, look, there's only one person this is named after. Okay? That is Thomas, okay? That Thomas is that territory, the tip of the mic, okay? 'Cause he broke my first podcast cherry. All right? Like one-on-one podcast cherry. That's why he's there. But grab your
He popped
stickers on
that mic.
paranoidamerican.com.
Go to paranoidamerican.com and
There you
get
go.
all the hottest and wettest and favorite conspiracies. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what the hell the LGBT. They're just trying to find every letter. They're just try you remember when you were a kid how there was those certain kids that knew the song where they could name like every president in secession, or they could name like the capital of each state with a song.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. Yeah, so
Okay, yeah. You can finish it if you want.
I don't know. That's all I know. I know the first four.
That is
painting
what the
the brain?
LGBTQ reminds me of. Like, I'm gonna need a goddamn song to try to get the lettering right. It seems like trying to list off pi, like 3.14, like you're just trying to like shoot at the dark. Are you Rain Man? Can you list the letters of the LGBTQ? Like, no, I can't.
Nope.
Like, sorry, you won't. That's a
I
captcha.
don't
You
want-
can't get into your.
I'm at the time where it was just called gay. You were just gay. And that was it. Like lesbian, bi, whatever. I was gay. Like whatever that meant,
That's
that
it.
was behind you and
Gay.
your personal life. Like I'm straight, but you don't know what I do behind closed doors with my partner. Like what the fuck? Like nobody needs to know that shit.
If you guys don't already, The Revenge of the Sis is kind of a funny show. Which they're two big dudes that they kind of do conspiracy, but they also talk shit about podcasts and like bigger podcasts, Rogan, Fighter and the Kid, things that people are talking crazy shit on. But if you guys don't already, they're really funny guys to also follow on social media. You said straight and it made my head say cisgender, and I was like, I fucking hate that word. Like to me it's so
do I. I'm
disparaging.
not cis anything, sis. Okay.
It made me so mad just then. I felt like I almost turned into a werewolf on screen. Like I felt like it almost happened. I'm like, no, like Justin Bieber with his reptilian eyes, I almost werewolfed. Fucking assholes. I just
real.
feel like if you make me have to know some shit about your bedroom, and half those people have no bedroom history. It's like
Unless you're talking about it in like a social thing with your girlfriend and then, you just talk about shit. That's different, like that's the conversation because it's private. But like going around just hey, I'm da 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 da. So you're just like explaining everything that you do in the bedroom and what your sexual interest is. And it's all about your perversions. Like who gives a fuck what you do in your bedroom? Keep that private. Like we're all perverts when we need to be behind closed doors.
We're
Don't
all
lie.
perverts.
Don't lie, we all are.
We're all little perverts. We all have something to be embarrassed about.
I ain't embarrassed of shit.
I ain't either.
I just don't want to talk about it all the time.
I ain't either. But I know, like, it's so crazy. Like, I also am like, do better with you. If you want me to call you a lady, look like a goddamn lady. If you want me to call you a dude, look like a goddamn dude. If you're just some person in the in between that dyes your hair blue and you want me to fucking have a shot in the dark at what is going on in your bedroom when I'm just trying to be like, hey ma'am, will you grab that bag? Please.
You got a beard still?
Yeah, I don't want to know what is going on in your room. Like if you are bearded and you have a dress on, I'm calling you homie. Hey homie, get that bag out of the aisle.
There's this trans man on TikTok who literally goes live, okay, but he looks like a fucking man, but just dresses like a woman, and he's out eating, and he records people and shuns them for like misidentifying his gender. So a lot of people is like, excuse me, sir, and they're like, excuse me, I'm not a sir, I'm a ma'am. I'm a female. And I'm just like, no, you're fucking not delusional. Delulu.
And
You know who I would like to give props to though is Jeffree Star. Like he ain't trying to fucking be a woman. Like he likes to look feminine, but he's like, I'm a man. My name is Jeffree.
And I'm super gay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I fucking have an ish with all of this shit. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Get it out of my fucking face. I'm so glad Pride Month is almost over. And I heard I don't even know what talk show that I was listening to that I would not probably big up, but they were like, isn't it funny like veterans get a day, dead veterans get a day. You know, like you
that's
get
Memorial
one
Day.
day. Yeah, you get one day for your birthday, but gays get a month? That doesn't even make sense.
Nope, it doesn't. It does not. It does not. It's
And who
insanity.
decided? That is such a gay thing to do too. That's the same as you have those friends that they're like, "It's my birthday week." That is gay shit where you're like, every day is your birthday. Every day this week we have to deal with you. It's like you have a gay thing to do would be, "It's my birthday month."
Was it always a month
I don't
from
even know
what you
where it came
remember?
from.
It just
No.
happened.
From what I remember is like I felt like all the LGBTQ should rinse away with water once they could get married. Once the government was like, ha ha ha, we're in their marriage too, the whole entire group can soft you out of the room.
Yeah.
What rights aren't equal? What rights do they not fucking have? Like everything else is fucking weird and perverse. And I feel like if states don't want gays to adopt or foster, that is on the state because frankly, I don't really it creeps me out when I see two gay men with a kid. I don't understand what the draw is. It creeps me the fuck out. I'm going to say it. As a gay woman, I don't understand what two men's draw is to have an infant child. It creeps me the fuck out, Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, when like a woman creates that, like, but you for some reason think you're somehow maternal enough to like raise a child. You probably have these feminine characteristics, but it doesn't qualify you to like play mother.
No,
It really
you know
doesn't.
what? If you
I'm
really have
sorry.
the draw that you're like, I have to impregnate all these, go have sex with a whole bunch of assholes and I hope one gets pregnant. If you were meant to have a kid, you would have ass babies. You're not meant to have a kid. That's why there's no such thing as ass babies.
Yeah, sorry. No anus babies.
Good thing there's no such thing as shit eating babies
Anus
because that would
babies.
be some new
This is
spiritual
Earth, not
guru thing.
Uranus.
They'd be like, drink your pee pee, eat your ass baby.
Yeah.
That
Or
would
like
be
the
their new.
like the hadiths, you can eat camel shit apparently, and drink its urine.
What were we?
I haven't
just-
mentioned that. Sorry.
Abbie, what were
been a
you
while.
just saying? I know. I have to find the Layla hates the
It's
hadiths because somebody commented on the project or the Secret Society of Good Guys channel. Like they must be on an old video, and they were like, finally the Layla intro song again." And I was like, "Oh, I probably need to find it and play the Layla intro song."
Oh my god, it's a great track. I love it, and
Yeah,
I love the
it
video that goes with it. Anyway, yeah. What were you saying, Abby?
Yeah, well,
I don't remember
Abbie
saying
said
anything.
something, but it was also reminding me of something else I was heated up about. Like, you know what grinds my gears besides the LGBTQ in their month? Because I don't even know who made this month. I don't know anything
Me
about it, but
neither.
I still, this is the number one thing I still want to say to anyone. Since you have, let's say, how many days here? 1 week of Gay Pride Month left. If you want to go and educate one of your fag friends out there about the real truth of Dr. Anthony Fauci, this is a good month to start in since he genocided all gay men.
Yeah.
So I will say it again. Do some research. Have them watch the Dallas Buyers Club. Even that's a soft little W version.
Is that with Matthew McConaughey? That movie? Yeah, that's a great movie, actually. A really
that
good
would
fucking
be like,
movie.
or I hate Tom Hanks, but you could watch the movie
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia. That would be a great place for you to start. Another thing, if you want some extra credit and you want a deep cut, there's a movie called And the Band Plays On. And that movie is all about, it's just a huge propaganda, the same way they try to tell us about Q or conspiracy, other conspiracies on HBO. That is HBO's version of AIDS. So you get all the real of how they tried to sell it to us and how the people kept trying to stand up in front of Dr. Anthony Fauci and stand up in front of the Reagan whole White House and be like, people are dying like everywhere. So I just think it's interesting. You might think, Well, I'm not gay. I'm not going to have butt sex. I'm not going to get monkeypox, Chaney. Well, guess what? Maybe no, but the same way that AIDS and HIV spread before is going to be the same way it spreads again. And it's going to be in the thing we're not allowed to mention on YouTube, or they're going to take us down, all because of Anthony Fauci and lockdown.
It is. It's called spike proteins. The spike proteins came from the HIV strand, and they added it into the thing. And yeah, that's why a lot of people started talking about VAID.
They
Yeah, I don't want to say the words because
I
don't know.
know.
Like, the
Well,
fuck?
if we're talking about, I think in Gay Pride Month, it is important to talk about a gay genocide that happened to gay men that were getting
Mhm.
anal. And so that wasn't all gay men. If you see a gay man out there that's in his 60s, that is a gay, that is a stud top. And they do
Mm.
exist. I'm one. So they do exist for men as well. And I just think that is far and few between. So yeah, that's what you should know for your Gay Pride Month lesson is that Anthony Fauci here's a little thing. Is he doing the Lord's work if he's just trying to get rid of the blacks and the gays? Is he doing the Jews' work?
I don't know what the fuck is going on. It seems like there's a bigger, like, multi blood mixing of humans that I'm seeing that is in play here. And that's why the world was split and whatever. But this is the goal, is like to become like all one race while that one race stays pure. And it's like a intermix of blood that shouldn't be happening because of conditions that happen to humans, whatnot. But that's what I'm seeing: mass migration and all that, and wars. And
Because it is really true that AIDS and HIV, it links to something in African American DNA or Black DNA, like quicker than it does in any other. Like it's almost like it was the first bioweapon they made that they could hone in. They're like, "Ooh, we could do it on part of it. This is working." That's why I think it's so interesting when they say SARS and MERS. This was when I was like, "Oh, look at they're honing in so they can kill like one group of us because MERS, Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome, SARS, Saudi Arabian respiratory syndrome, they don't even it's different between Middle Easterns and Saudi Arabians, the respiratory syndrome. So I'm just like that they're just honing in on each type of person.
there's
I think it's
some
the same thing with like Spanish flu and stuff like that too.
Oh, look at that. Spanish.
I don't want a black
flu.
pill, but there is like this conspiracy about like how they're trying to drain people out of the mid Central America, and they're gonna make that in a zoning area where the normal human won't be able to go at all or touch because it's going to be heavily guarded and secured. And we will be working for these so-called people who own the world, for the 5%, they call it. And that's what the jibbity jabbity stuff is for. They call it depopulation 2025, all this like weird conspiracy around it. So I don't know, but that whole thing of like clearing people out from the Midwest or the mid Central America is like really a thing. They want people more in smaller cities. They're trying their best to like fires, strange, weird fires like in Hawaii, but that you're going to see more of that in the summertime, which already started. So it's all part of like a demolition plan, reset, start a new world.
Do you think somewhere all these like Ivy, like these old colleges, let's play in the Tartarian philosophy for a minute of like the rewriting of our history every few hundred years, like a great
Yeah.
reset. Do you think in ways these old colleges, these Harvards, these Oxfords, these old universities were the original 15-minute cities and they were just called universe cities? And so as like we like kind of grew and changed, part of it stayed in our zeitgeist that we were like, oh, the universe city. where we all live. So then they had to start calling it the university, which is
Probably.
just the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't it just seem like everything would be all inclusive there, all around a square? Everybody would live there, go to church there, educate themselves there, eat there. It was all like tight knit, like a college town is tight knit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
It's
all
like a
think a certain way, like very Olympia,
yeah, that's
Washington,
like
like they
Star Fort
evergreen.
idea, having like a central station, the university or whatever, the courthouse, whatever their central station is, and then everything expands around that city, that part of the city, and how it's shaped. I don't know. Ley lines. I think it's all like a weird magic, longitude, latitude, if that's real.
Re-education centers. It would be so easy. That's the number one reason you kill the elderly with respirators, because it's so much easier. They're the ones with the history. So then we all buy movies. We all think we watch a documentary. It means it's real. Well, and then someone will debate you. Well, I read this in the paper, as if my printing press is more real than your TikTok. Like we debate
Hmm.
these ideas of where we get this information as if there's some purity somewhere. So wild
Interesting. Yeah.
that I'm just like, Layla, did you watch a TikTok and learn that? You didn't go to the library, as if your library like has a book that's older than 1997 in it.
Yeah, like again, who are these people and who are these authors? Like,
Because in social studies, we always taught that a primary source is always better than a secondary source. It doesn't even matter. So primary
yeah,
source would be the person who is there
yeah,
and saw it, or
yeah.
yourself.
Do you
You
guys
saw it.
remember Periscope?
Periscope. It
It was
sounds
an app.
familiar.
Yeah, it was like a
I feel
social
like it
media
got
platform.
bought by maybe Twitter or something. But it was like for a minute, where they were using Periscope on the real news, because no matter where anything happened in the world, I just stopped looking at the news. I would go right to Periscope Live and see somebody on the streets there and be like, that's not happening at all. And it was so frequent, but it was when the internet was kind of a little freer, so we could post this like, look at what the news is showing us, and look at people on Periscope right now, like dual, like here it is live, we're showing it on TV. And so it was just like, it's weird that Periscope just disappeared.
What's the other one? Vine disappeared. It's strange that a lot of them disappeared. I never thought MySpace would disappear, and it did. Facebook comes along and it fucking destroys MySpace and what it is. But I thought that was the one thing that would never go away was MySpace. That's how big it was. And to see that go away.
MySpace before
Mhm.
that was Friendster. That's a deep cut for you guys out there. Friendster, if you had a Friendster account. But even
Did I have one?
Friendster, even MySpace,
Uh-huh.
it was all CIA.
Yeah.
It was all CIA even then. Do you know a lot of the big, huge accounts that everyone follows, like on social media? They all had big, huge MySpace accounts back then.
Yeah.
Like if we could
And
all go time travel to that, we'd be like, holy shit, this person was an influencer the whole time the internet's been here.
we were all coders too. And we didn't even realize it. Like all the coding that had to go into like creating your MySpace page into like a particular design or however you wanted it to look. It was all part of like coding. You need to know coding. And you learned it as you became a MySpace user. And that was fascinating because coding, like how do we learn how to code back in the day? It just came naturally in the MySpace world.
Coding.
Yeah. You don't remember? Like the whole
Yeah, but it was like part of it. It was like a lot of copy and pasting of HTMLs or certain things, but
I
it was
created
like
them back in the day. Like I like to used to create pages. Like that was my thing. So it was a lot of copying and pasting, but once you like started doing it, you realize what was making the thing. Like the code was making the thing. Yeah.
that is one thing that they do really well in certain big cities that I've lived in is they teach people Linux still for them to do that kind of stuff. So they'll have all these old computers that they break down for scrap, but then they'll show people how to build them up from scrap. And then with a Linux system, you can design the whole entire platform
Really?
from the ground up. And a lot of big cities, like for free, you can just go to and work at like rebuild centers for certain computers. And I always wish they did that kind of stuff in smaller towns. They just don't have as much influx of like old computers or old
Yeah.
gear.
Yeah, that
But
makes
it's
sense.
pretty
They would
dope.
not make a profit.
But
A
that
lot of
kind
people
of
delete their freaking Windows though and add Linux. Like they use like lots of computer people just use Linux.
Linux. Oh boy. Did anyone die this week? Besides, I know we had a rest we talked about. And I felt like, oh, I thought I turned on when I woke up this morning, I thought Val Kilmer was dead. But it was just like on it, like I don't know if I created it in my brain, but I thought I saw an article, but then when I was looking for it, it wasn't real at all. So I'm like, oh, I
I've had
thought,
that
oh,
happen to me in my
R.I.P. Val
timeline a few
Kilmer.
times. Like where you thought you saw an article that said something and then you look back and like, wait, did that not happen or did I make that in my head?
That's who it was. Donald Sutherland when we got off air. Kiefer Sutherland's dad.
He
I don't know
died,
who
huh?
that is.
Yeah. Kiefer is the
He look
lost boy that has my haircut.
Oh, okay.
But
24
Donald
Flatliners.
is creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiefer's in tons of movies, but Donald's creepy. He
He's
was in a
always
whole
been
bunch of
creepy.
stuff. Look at Val Kilmer died in Top Gun too.
Oh,
Oh
he
my
did?
gosh. I watched that piece of propaganda, Top Gun. I
We
didn't
all
love it.
watched Top Gun. You didn't like Top
Top
Gun?
Gun 2?
Oh, I didn't watch Top Gun 2.
I don't know which one I watched. I don't remember. It's been a minute.
Val Kilmer.
I think the first one. Yeah, I think it was the first one because
Did he actually
he
die,
looked
or is
very
he like, or did he just die in the movie?
In the movie.
Iceman.
Iceman. I want to see if I can find the
He's kind of
shower scene.
attractive, Val Kilmer.
Oh, Val Kilmer was always a beautiful
Yeah.
man. Did you
Yeah.
ever watch Willow? He was in Willow and he played Med Mardigan. I fucking loved him.
I
He's
love
just
him
cute.
in
I
The
thought
Saint.
Val Kilmer's partner
Nope.
was the cutest boy in Top Gun.
Mm.
Do you remember him? You know how
I
there's like
don't
the four
actually, but
guys.
yeah.
He was Val
Swing.
Kilmer's goose. Here, let's look. I was trying to find the gayest scene in movie history, and Val Kilmer does the bite. This is it. This is the gayest scene in all of movie when he does that bite at Tom Cruise. They were fucking. But
Interesting.
this guy, he was Val Kilmer's like wingman on Top Gun. But a weird thing, we brought up Roxanne. Or maybe it's just been in my dude. There was that movie with Steve Martin and Daryl Hannah called Roxanne, and he was Daryl Hannah's love interest.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's kind of cute.
Look at this is Val Kilmer in Top Gun, the new one. Don't do that to me. Okay, let me get off this. It's so gay.
It's all right.
Okay.
They look good, even though they're, reptilian, whatever. Their skin.
Tom Cruise was hanging out with Travis Kelce, whatever his fucking name is, whatever Taylor Swift's boyfriend's name is.
Oh. The whole
Real
psyop.
Genius. That was a good freaking Val Kilmer movie.
I feel like Real Genius is something that you could watch and it is the best movie to talk about Bluebeam.
Yeah,
Or not
absolutely.
Bluebeam. You know when they talk about how like the fires were started in Maui or how the California fires, the movie Real Genius with Val Kilmer is legitimately about them having a certain mirror that they can have the sun hit, and they just turn the mirror right and they can heat up anything. And so they show this because it was about to be stolen as a weapon from war. And they can also use just one of these mirrors inside any moving plane. And it was about to be used as a weapon of war. But Val Kilmer's character in the movie puts a ton of popcorn inside one of the professor's houses, like a ton of popcorn seeds, and then has the mirror hit. And so his whole house explodes with popcorn because all the popcorn pops. And then,
It was epic.
It's pretty good. They also use ice to like turn the floor into an ice skating rink. That is a nerdy movie. It's there with Revenge of the Nerds, real genius.
It is, but I love that it does teach
need to
you
watch it.
that the government takes things that people invent or whatever that they're excited about freaking creating and can use it as a weapon.
Real genius.
It's kind of like Intro to Conspiracy way back when.
It's about a laser beam, you
I
bozo.
remember the laser.
And I probably
Laser.
already said it this week, but I just love it. You know how you like a girl walks by and you're like, dang, that girl's thick. Like a way to say thick in like the 20s and 30s was broad.
Really?
Hey there, broad.
She's a
Oh
broad.
my god.
Isn't it awesome?
Oh my god. How do we use it today as like a female?
Now you're just like, hey there, broad. Hey, toots. Hey,
Yeah.
but it's just
Broad
like,
almost
hey,
means lady now. Yeah.
broad. Yeah, you're just calling it girl, but I'm like, it means thick. So I call people broad or broady a lot, but now it has a whole new meaning.
Interesting. I mean, that makes sense.
Like she had them breeding hips. Hey there, broady.
Big
She's got them. Yeah. Hello, Za. But yeah, so broad. Let's bring back broad. We're gonna take every word that they try to add into the zeitgeist for politically correct. We're gonna bring back a word so far back that they took out of the zeitgeist because they said this. You're not allowed to say this anymore. So it's like, because I've realized that whatever the white terms of racism are, we say them all the time. Like you'll be like, "Hey, you guinea bastard, come here, you fucking wop." Like people just say that shit. Hey, Chaney, you Mick bitch, come here.
You fucking crackhead.
There's all these like terms that it, like get stuck that I'm like, hey, you fucking broad. That means you
Yeah.
thick. Bring that thick peach over here, brody.
You know
See
what
how
the
I have a New York accent? It's fine.
All
do
the
you know the
same.
word cracker? Like cracker is actually like a racist term to like say like back in the day how they used to like whip the slaves back in the day. That's what they used to call white people crackers because it would the whip would crack. So that's what the actual meaning of cracker means. It's not like literally a crackhead. And I learned this recently. And I'm like,
I
oh shit.
honestly think that is a misnomer. I've heard it where people are like, they say the people in the South were called crackers because
Mhm.
I really feel like we were cracker white. It wasn't even because we were crackheads. Like way beforehand, it was just like all these white Southern crackers. Like I don't even think it. I just think it was like, what is it?
I saw
Abbie?
a clip of a movie the other day though, and it's an old movie, and they were using the term cracker derogatory, but it was not towards white people. So it also meant something else at some point. It didn't always mean a fucking white person. It was derogatory always, but I freaking don't. I just saw it like 3 or 4 days ago, and I was like, wait, what the fuck was that? Like,
Interesting.
yeah.
And Florida cracker is like what you like the same as calling a Georgia peach. Like a Florida cracker is the name that everybody from Florida is a Florida cracker. It doesn't matter their color of skin. It's like the same as I don't know what they call other
Yeah.
states things,
Yeah.
but it's like they have a term that Florida crackers are just Florida crackers.
New York, it was the N word, and then George Floyd happened, and all of a sudden it was like, nah, But if you grew up in a hood, it was like allowed. Like if you were in a neighborhood and you had your friends, it was like not a bad thing that we called it in New York City. It was just like that was your buddy. That was like, oh my, it was just like different. It was like, oh man,
Yeah,
when
I know. I know so well that my
I
brother, like, my mom went into the hospital this week and she's doing okay. She's kind of in a hurry up and wait thing. And my mom's the type of person that if they tell her, well, in the next 5 years, you might need this medical procedure, she's like, just do it. Like, whatever the thing is, she's like, I don't want to wait 5 years and him and I want to get on. She's like, I don't have time for this. Like, she
yeah,
just is like, just do it. So she's in this hurry up and wait. And so she went into the hospital. I was at work. I didn't get a phone call. I didn't get any kind of anything. My brother was calling me, but I didn't see that he was calling. I was working. So when I finally looked at my phone, I saw a text on the group text that me and my brother and sister all have together, and he couldn't get. And so this is my brother, you guys, and he is Florida for Florida. He wasn't racist. He was saying it to me, which is ridiculous enough. But if you saw my sister, it is you're beside yourself. He said, call me back, niggas.
yeah,
And that's how I heard it in his voice. But he
yeah.
was like so upset at us that like he
Mhm.
was just saying it, and he could have said it if it was a good thing. If he just won the lottery, it would have been the
Yeah,
exact phrase with the exclamation point, but it would have had a different excitement in it. But the idea that he just, without even like, he'll tell his friends like, oh, that's my sister, she's my nigga. And I'm
yeah.
like,
It was like I don't know how to explain it, y'all. Like, if you grew up in a city, like a big city, and you grew up in a hood, that was just like normal talk because you spoke a slang. You didn't speak normal English. You spoke in code. You spoke with like, yo, we're gonna ba ba da 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 in like weird words. We made up our own words. Like, it was just like, yo, those are my people. And you had your own cliques because you needed your cliques because that's the type of school. I went to Long Island City motherfucking high school, right across the street from Queens Projects. You had Crips, Bloods, Latin Kings, you name it, it was all there. So imagine that, walking to school and you had to walk through metal detectors. Like, it was bizarre. Like, it was bizarre. Like, the type of shit that I saw, like girls get acid porn on them just because they were beautiful and like their man was staring at them, like for stupid shit. But anyway, that's the type of culture I grew up in. So it was allowed. And then ever since 2020 happened, some shift happened where no black people are allowed to be on logos and no more Aunt Jemima's face and all these
so
other
crazy.
characters. It's so fucking
But
And you
they
know
made
who
mind-boggling.
them want that. They made them want that.
But the
Like,
And I'm
craziest
just
shit
like,
is all the places that it's like if you go into the places where there actually is a mix of color and people and culture,
uh-huh,
that this racism bullshit never exists in those places. The talk of all the racism bullshit and cultural appropriation and na 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 na, all that stuff exists in places like Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, where if you look around, you could throw a rock you could throw an infinite amount of rocks in every direction and never hit a brown person. And
uh-huh.
it's like, how are you going to live surrounded by so many white people? And you're like, the world is so racist out there. Everything they say is so harmful. And you're like, every single one of you is transgender. You all have blue hair. You all are like the same. Like, what are you talking about with racism? It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
But here, I'm going to be honest. Every race has their own racist shit. Whether you guys want to say it or not, I'm going to say it because I know that every race, because I've dealt with it in the melting pot in New York City, and every race that I've dealt with has their own type of racism, whether it's Indian, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's white, whether it's German. There's something about like keeping
even
that.
within Hispanic cultures, like
Yeah.
Mexicans and
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans are like, oh no,
Yeah.
like Puerto Ricans are like,
Or Dominican
Mexicans
against
just totally,
Mexican.
totally like destroy the Spanish language. Like
We
they're like,
even
oh,
have it
we
in
do
our own
too.
culture. in
Yeah.
Albanian culture too, we're like, oh, he's from Dibra? Hell no. Oh, he's from Kosovo? Hell no. Like racist against towns. Like, oh, those people are bad, or those people are gypsies, or those people, and it's just like it's everywhere. And people are trying to ignore that fact that it doesn't exist, but it does fucking exist. And then it's not like to be like, oh, I'm better. It's just the way that we were programmed to think that we're all better or separate, but we're all fucking human race. That's how they want us divided. So they keep that race shit going. Oh, my this and my that. But what are they really saying here? Like, what are they really programming us for? That.
Someone
Right?
said Mexicans aren't racist. So I was like, well, okay. I was married to a Mexican man, and like part of his Mexican family, so cultural appropriation, that was just kind of it. Like I had to learn how to fucking cook the food and talk the talk, all of it. But like, you think that his grandma didn't come up to me and say stuff to me? She did. She was like, she told me one time that my oldest daughter was her favorite. She goes, I love her. She's my favorite. She's like, because she looks like me. The rest, they're all gringo like you. So
That's what I'm
they're not
saying.
racist. A little bit they are. You know,
It's
she
not like a
basically
hate
said she
thing.
likes the brown girl better than the white girls.
I
And
lived
it's
with a
not even a
Mexican
hate thing,
family.
though.
No,
And
it's
the
not
grandma,
hateful. It
No.
was funny,
Uh-uh.
the
actually.
grandparents, they didn't even need to speak English. They made
Mhm.
enough money. They did not need to speak. So when they came over to the house, and I was just like a proper Southern girl. If somebody knocked at the door, I'll be like, I'll get it. If somebody needs something, you need a drink, I'll get it. And so I was just being a proper Southern. I'm congenial. And the grandma said in Spanish, "Oh, you guys are doing so well. You got a gringa to be your maid." But I heard,
Exactly.
I can understand Spanish. I just can't speak it just
Yeah.
because I've been around so many different dialects of it growing up. But
Take
also,
Brazil. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna out some my Cuban friends. My Cuban fucking friends, they're like, oh, we're different than Mexicans. They don't
Yeah.
even try to play. And my Mexican friends, they're like, oh, we are not the same as Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
And
Brazil.
Puerto
It's
Ricans,
so
they yeah, Brazilians,
blunt.
Peruvians, don't
Yeah.
even
Like,
try.
yeah, don't. Like, it's everywhere.
Asians hate other Asians.
Mm-hmm.
They are like, it goes in a hierarchy. Japanese, then South Korea, then Chinese, like island Asians, they're like the same way as like how Layla's like, oh, that's white trash or that's trailer trash. That's how Asians look at island Asians. They're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
those are Filipino, Thailand. Like, and you're like, what? Like, they're so racist. There's so much racism that is all over the world. And if you go to any other fucking country and you try to bring up black and white racist shit in America, they're like, what are you talking about? Like, other countries with whatever the black white thing is in America, they don't have the same like hangups
Mm-hmm.
that we do here
It's true.
with.
It's very true. It's crazy. And they make it like it's a melting pot, people. Like it's America. Like just get along. Like everybody that gets along, just get along. Fuck it.
Somebody asked what I'm smoking on. This is ice cream candy. This is one of my favorite strands. It's so medicinal. It reminds me of the 90s. Like on the grind and taste of it, I'm like, oh my
Do you know
gosh.
what song came to mind? I
What?
love sex and candy. Yeah. That's the song.
Messy
I
playground.
can't I'm like,
Sour
what's
Diesel is one of your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now
It's so
at my work, Sour Diesel pin cart. Oh, Layla froze on the Sour Diesel. Or did I freeze? Okay, no, Abbie's still blinking. You're so still, Abbie. You didn't move. I was just like, oh shit, maybe I'm frozen. No, you're moving. I don't know. What a crazy world. I just think it's like the amount of okay, wait. Deek.
Yeah, I lost connection. Sorry, y'all. Continue. Sour diesel? Yes, it
Anyways,
is.
yeah, I have a Sour Diesel pin at my work, but this ice cream candy strand is so nice. It's like it for my belly. It's nice. It is a hybrid in a way that it is so relaxing to me. But then makes me chatty enough and like, oh, hanging out here, this feels chill, but so relaxed.
I love
Everybody, ice
sour.
cream candy.
Oh, the ice cream
Mm-mm-mm.
candy, yeah. But that's what I like about sour though. It puts me in like a chatty, it opens my brain like into like a realm where I'm just like, great for conspiracy theories, like digging and stuff and letting your brain work. It just opens your mind up. I love it. So good.
I want to I feel like everybody needs it. And all different strands, all different dosing, all different, but I can just so many ailments come up and it makes me upset that some people can't because of drug testing, can't take marijuana or can't have it in any form. And I'm like, I could help this person sleep, or I could help this person with pain, or I could help this person with it, just the amount of shit. But it's not legal
Yeah.
everywhere, even on a drug test for people, even if you're in a legal state or a medical state, you have a job that it can never show up, even if you're never ever doing it at work.
That's crazy how a government can control people and the use of a plant. Like an entity has control over that power. Like what? Like a piece of nature?
You can grow your goddamn gasoline in your backyard. Like your compost could run your Model T. Like you could have a car that your trash went right into it and it would run. They don't fucking want this shit. This is like
Yeah.
you could grow your medicine and your gasoline in your backyard. They don't fucking want that shit. It's like
Mm-mm.
how much control can they get? You can grow every single
Even
thing you
water,
need.
a hydrogen engine, like all water. You can use water to like transport or use machinery or create machinery, but they don't want to do that because water we get for free.
Somebody just asked about kratom in the chat, and that's actually something that like I've been discussing with other people in the bodybuilding industry, because all of a sudden lots of bodybuilders are getting behind kratom.
Oh, kratom?
Hmm. But it's
Love
not
it.
legal in every state. It's legal here, but
I feel like what I've noticed about it's highly addictive. It messes with people's personalities a ton. Most of the people that are really push it like are like they used to be opioid addicts and they're
yeah,
like, I used it to get off opioids. Well, if you're addicted to this new thing, it doesn't necessarily mean it's great.
no, and then it
Suboxone,
just it acts as
Suboxone,
an
Suboxone,
opioid.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It acts as an opioid, so it's really kind of doing the same thing to your opioid receptors. It's
And the thing that happens when you're messing with your opioid receptors is they are filling in slowly. And so, like, let's say in a really simple way, you had 10 opioid receptors. When you fill in your opioid receptors with things like Suboxone and things like kratom and things like methadone, it fills in so the opioid receptors that are further down the line are more addictive to you. So all those ones that get filled in and you don't get high, you don't get high, you don't get high, you will get high and you'll be more addicted to everything you once were able to do. So you were a person that could occasionally smoke cigarettes, or you were a person that could, oh, I can do cocaine once a year in Vegas. Not anymore, my friend. All the first opioid receptors are filled, so you can't be a casual at anything. And so all these things, I just always say, consider the fucking source of the people telling you any of these things are good things. It's always somebody that was like on some crazy addiction that maybe even working out is an addiction for them as well. Like that is a lot of these people they've just traded in. Like you don't know how many marathon runners I know that used to be ex cokeheads, but now they run their shoes bloody.
It happens.
Like sometimes the addiction isn't necessarily healthier just because it looks like you're sweating. And your body is a representation of your health. Like your skin is a representation of your health. Your organs, your eyeballs, are they clear? Your tongue, like Abbie was talking about, like, do you have a nasty old white tongue? You got a yeasty tongue? That's a representation of your health in other places. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I
My
think it's
internet
weird how
went
all the
down.
head shops
Sorry.
kratom has become like synonymous with weed, like the fake weeds. So there's all that shit out there too, where there's bullshit things that you see THC on, or you're at a festival and you don't know if it's legal in that state or not. So you're like, oh, yay, I'm going to get pot. But it's like 0.0002% THC and they're selling it like it's just some kind of hemp that who knows what they're spraying on it that you're getting any kind of euphoric effect at all. And so I'm just like, gosh, these are just allowed to exist.
Whose pee are you talking about, Balderson? How's your pee taste? Oh, God.
What has Ben up to?
You said something
All
about
hail Ben Balderson.
all hail. What up, Ben?
Yep, I am saying it as I smoke 10 joints in a row. Sorry that you take kratom, Riggs.
I smoke 2 joints in the morning.
And actually,
smoke
I
2
haven't
joints
even
at
finished
night,
one joint. I relight it. You can rewind and see.
Yeah.
smoke 2 joints in the afternoon.
But even if I
Makes
were
me
to
feel
smoke 10,
alright.
it's organic, amazing weed grown from the ground. It's not kratom. Please stop comparing it. Anyways, I'm going to relight my joint, even though I should roll a fresh, big, fat one.
RTZ.
He's funny. He always.
We don't even know if he's Riggs. We just call him Riggs.
Yeah.
Riggs.
RTZ.
We love you, though.
We love you so much.
Yeah. He's
Riggs
awesome.
gets us off topic more than any other person. Like if we come in and we're like, okay, we're gonna talk about these important bullet points. Riggs has us
He's
talking
hilarious.
about anal sex in 5 minutes. Like, damn it, we talked about anal sex the whole episode.
Oh my God, I love it.
Not that that's wrong on your birthday.
Yeah.
Anal
But,
sex
yeah.
isn't wrong on your birthday?
I mean, I think everything's probably okay in moderation. I will say, I personally think a penis is too big for an asshole. But it doesn't mean there isn't other things that might be okay.
I mean,
Sometimes that's very true.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'll just say, too, now I did it this time. I realize I said the anal sex, now we're here. I think, too.
She's blaming it on RGZ.
I know. Riggs. Look what you made me do, Riggs.
It's all your fault.
But I do think that from conversation of most women that I know, they get off the best if all of their orifices are being taken care of at the same time. So
That's how I had my first orgasm.
if it's like mouth and hands all down below, that is what I find most women are having the best like experience with. And it's not lesbians I'm talking to, it's straight women, and these are men that have figured out the tricks. And I big up those men.
Me too.
Yeah.
I really thought that the female orgasm was a myth until that happened to me, and it was like, oh, but then I realized I didn't need a doll, but yeah, it got me over the edge the first time.
It's all right. Yeah. That's how I feel about it.
About anal?
Yeah. I have a vagina. That's more important.
Oh no, that has to be taken care of in both.
Yeah,
like
yeah. We're talking about all three. Like
yeah.
the clit,
Mhm.
vaginal penetration, and the
Yeah.
butthole.
That's
We don't need it anyway.
We need the thumb action. Wait, like
No,
that.
no loosey goosey over here. Okay.
Layla's like,
No.
Layla's Middle East is tight, if you guys are wondering.
Oh, I better say.
She said it. I couldn't say it.
Oh shit. Well, speaking of, we were talking about Justin Timberlake and that one of the things in his system that was found is poppers. And we all of us were discussing that, like, that to me, that's the one part of his arrest I couldn't get past is poppers. What the hell does he have poppers for? And so that everyone, and I was so glad I brought it up on the Secret Society of Good Guys because Thomas goes scientifically to what it all is. And he's like, the only thing I know that's for is to make your butthole bigger. And
I had
What?
never even heard of poppers before. That was all like, I learned some new stuff.
you
Friday
learn
night.
a lot about gay man
I
stuff
know.
being friends with me.
I do. Chaney, you teach me some of the most bizarre shit, like
Because
docking. I'd never even
docking.
heard of docking before.
Docking?
Then I had to go find porn videos to figure out what docking actually was. And I don't ever watch porn. It wasn't that great. It was kind of like just weird.
You know what is so weird is because I was just reading about, like, it says poppers are a group of chemicals that people breathe in, inhale to get high. These party drugs are typically made with amyl nitrate or a similar substance. People sniff nitrate vapors to get a fast feeling of euphoria or muscle relaxation, often during sex. I swear, and maybe it's something different. Joe Rogan's new thing with his guests is having them sniff a container of something.
I wonder what
Let's
the
loose
fuck
that
that
asshole. Lou Sassel.
is. Some like truth serum or something.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I
I
don't
know,
know.
and then it's like this makes your muscles relax, and it's like just lay down, like, ow, I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. This will help it feel better. Like,
I'll get you ready after the show.
I know. So
Oh my
Justin
God.
Timberlake, hey, want that body? Not a
God
day.
knows what
Gonna
happens in
dance with
those
you.
like, fucking rooms after the cameras come off air.
What's
God
done in the
knows.
privacy of somebody's studio is between consenting adults.
Just saying.
I'm from the timeline where
CIA.
squirt isn't pee. I want you guys to know I am from the timeline where the Mississippi flows in the different direction, but squirt isn't pee on my timeline. It's more viscous of a substance.
I've heard both things, that it's not pee and that it is pee, that it's not that it is, that it's not that it is. And I'm just like, I don't fucking
Here's
know.
what I think. I think
If it
there's
did.
legitimate squirting. And then there's a bunch of porn that everybody's watched where it's girls mimic squirting. That's what I think's
guaranteed.
happening. And so I think there's a whole bunch of people in the world that they've never done it, so they're like, it's not real. It's like a DMT
it's
trip.
real. It's real.
like the female orgasm.
It's real.
It's not real.
No, it's real. Not what on porn, but in real life, it's real.
Was that you? Was your smoke look so blue then, Abbie?
Cool.
It looked so blue.
Right
I
at the top.
am not getting. I should have this be a sponsor of our show, but I want to show you guys the coolest thing I got. This is why I have this nerdy hat on. So
Show us.
I got this. It's called a honey stick, and look how awesome this is, you nerds out there. So I can put 2 1-gram cartridges in it at the same time.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
then I can put the lid on it. I can smoke them both at the same time, or I can flip it to one or the other. So right
That's
now in it, I have like perpentine, which is like 80% THC, but the terpenes in it are over 8%, which is crazy. And that's just a hybrid. But then I have this other fresh powder, like sativa. So it's like a mellowed down sativa if I want it to be, or I turn it all the way up if I'm like off in the mornings.
Where you
But I
get
just think it's the coolest fucking thing. I almost bought a 10-pack of them because I'm like, I know I'm going to like this thing so much. And I just like to give shit out to people. But I had to see if it worked and stuff first because they have another one that has a digital
Yeah.
face. And this one doesn't have any buttons at all. So it's a honey stick duo. Let's see if you can see it better on there.
Huh.
That's backward. I thought it was going to be .com on the hat, but it's
If I send you money, can you send me one?
heck yeah. I will get these. Anyways,
Yeah,
you guys, I love it. It's really amazing. And so if you live in a place that you can get carts, it just seems 1 grams. This is perfect to go out of town with. I don't have to stress.
That's what I want to carry.
And sour diesel right now is one of the options in it.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah,
could have like OG Kush and sour diesel as
that would
options in
be
it right
great.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I've noticed at a lot of shops in Florida. A lot of the original brands, like original name strands, are back. I think Florida's getting so ready to legalize that I know. I swear it's not a sponsor. I would have some good thing to give you, like put in Ssgg to get blank percent off. But I really just thought about buying 10 of them because I've had businesses enough to have a tax ID number. So I was just gonna get it bulk because I was like, I wonder if I could just buy things bulk that I dig, and if we don't have them, then I could at least give them to the audience and not make any money on them. Just have them for cheaper than they'd normally be. But
Yeah.
anyways, I big up this. It's my favorite
Nice.
battery I've gotten so far.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. If you guys are into marijuana, like a dirty little whore, like Aunt
Yeah.
Chaney.
And me.
You know what I really want to do though?
Mm.
For Abbie's 21st birthday, the day of Abbie's 21st birthday in Orlando, one thing I should say for the meetup is the place that we're going to hang is marijuana friendly. The owner will pass out joints. It's pretty fantastic. Like there's a
Nice.
spot to smoke the whole entire time. And so the people that are thinking about coming to the October meetup, there'll be details and stuff to come out soon. But one of the days of that, Abbie's 21st birthday, it would be fun to get mushy during the day and like
Oh
go to
yeah.
one of the silly theme parks or do something like that. We can't go to Earth or Gun World
No.
and get mushy. They have to be separate.
Wax Museum. Just teasing. I don't want to do that on mushrooms.
It's so weird. It's not worth it. There's
I'll
got to
probably
be
I
something.
never have wanted to go.
I don't want to get too like trippy because I get very like into like emotional, like spiritual, like oh my god, everything is God energy. So I like to like microdose on like gatherings
I like a
now.
little silly. I like everything. I call it just a little mushy. I like the colors to be a little brighter, and then where sometimes I'm like I'm laughing so hard I can't tell you what I'm laughing at, but then when I do, I can't even really explain it. It's not that funny, but
Yeah.
that makes me laugh harder. I like that amount of mushroom.
Yeah, but like how do you get that perfect amount of dose? That's the trick. Because sometimes it'll just go above that where everything just like,
When then
whoa,
you're like, "Oh
oh
shit,
shit.
I did
Yeah.
it to myself," and that
Yeah.
makes me laugh.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm totally into getting a little mushy. I will tell you, I have one friend that they'll get themselves like, let's get a little mushy. And then they might get a little mushy with you and then just decide at some point they're too high and leave you.
It's a little, it's a little penis. Little
I
penis.
think that's why I always liked like acid better, just because it was like
I love
everyone
acid.
pretty much was experiencing the same level.
I love acid. Oh, I love it.
Same.
It
Yeah.
does feel like it's more precise, but
Yeah.
I don't
I
know why. I
also
love it.
have ground up mushrooms. I got the hiccups and put them inside capsules so we can all take the same amount.
Oh, period.
Nice.
We can do that.
The other thing that we did, like when I lived in Oregon, because we'd go pick them in this freaking huge field where they would race thoroughbred horses, but they were the Liberty Caps, and those are my favorite. But we would make a tea with them. Just sit there and like make a decoction where you sit there and you like simmer it on low for like an hour, and then you pour it into teacups, and we use raspberry tea bags, and it tastes really, really good. And it was the funnest trips ever. And we were the same level.
I
That's why I
I
was laughing.
I have the gummies to like if we all wanted to like do the same level of like we could do it pretty precise and all
That's cool.
take the same amount.
I like that.
Liberty caps. I haven't done mushrooms in a bit.
Me too.
I would
Me
though.
too.
I'm down for Abbie's 21st birthday.
Yeah.
The
I'm down.
daytime. The daytime
Day
before we go
tripping.
out that night. And we aren't that podcast. Abby said she might want to go to a titty bar for her 21st birthday. So
I've never been to one.
she's never been to one. So
But we're
never
going
Buy
to
me a lap
we're
dance,
not the
y'all.
secret society that drinks pee, but we are the secret society that might take Abby for her 21st birthday to a titty bar. Look how excited she just got. Woohoo!
Give me the dollar bills, baby.
It's gonna be a good time. It's really a good
I know,
time. I
'cause-
don't like to touch or anything or lap dance. I'll just throw money if I see like, oh wow, she's really pretty, and I'm like, damn, okay, girl, and I just throw money and have a good time, have a drink.
I want the full experience.
Well, yeah, you could do whatever the hell you want. I just personally can't. It's like something in my subconscious is like, no, Layla,
Oh,
these are
it's not a
females.
gay thing
Me
at all.
too.
It's just like I just want the
No,
experience.
it's not even that. No, it's not even a gay thing for me either. It's just like I feel like I'm violating these women and I don't want to do that, but I will support your shit because hey, make your money. And I know I'm here to give you money, so here I'm giving you money. And I will
Same.
give-
I'm such a dyke, okay? And my wife, such a lesbian. My wife's Abbie at the bar. I'm Layla at the bar.
my
It's not a
sister
gay
likes
thing. I
doing that.
just it's something about it like it feels like my maternal instinct is for them
Oh,
and
I feel
just
sad. Like I think it's sad on some level, but somebody said Abby might end up working there, making $1,500 a night. I would totally look. That's my problem. Is that's why I don't go
You
because
would.
I'm going to be the one who want to be up on the pole. Like I love to dance.
Well, that's the thing.
I listen to music all the time. Like, oh, I would totally strip to this song. Oh, I'd totally strip to this song. I think
I
that
like how
was
Like,
Abby said
I
that's
get
my
up and I
problem.
dance, but not on the
that is
pole.
my problem. Like
That's my
you think I
problem.
wanna
If
be
there's a
there?
pole in
I
the
can wear
room,
those
I
fucking
want on
shoes.
it.
I do. Bodybuilders wear
Everybody
very
knows
similar
it's my
shoes.
problem.
It is.
I need to get on that pole.
You should be shoving
Well,
dollar
you
bills
can-
in my pennies.
Well, here's the thing. You'll get up and you'll dance and you'll have people like asking you for weird shit, Abby. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know.
Like,
No,
it's
there's
so
nothing
weird.
sexy about it. I
And
grew up in
Abby
Nevada
is
where
setting herself up for her
brothels are
21st
illegal and
birthday
everything
with
too.
these hounds. This
just like,
room of
no.
hounds that's in the chat right now that all might show up for your 21st birthday.
Woohoo.
Look at Abby. Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
That is so fucking funny.
I gotta know the dates, so I can like request off from now, so like nobody pulls a fast one on me.
I
Like,
will. I'll give it to you all ahead of time. And I know it will be in October and it'll be at a smoke friendly place. But, it is, I had like, it's not in a town, in my opinion, that is friendly for staying in. It feels like where we stayed for our Airbnb that
Mm.
I don't know if we're going to stay by the place or say fuck it and
That's fine.
like just drive that day and stay out at Daytona, like by the beach somewhere more fun. I don't know.
wherever.
Get out of Orlando. We'll figure it out, but we'll make it known to everybody so they can play along. So they can
Neat.
LARP with us. Live action
Yeah.
role play of Abby's
like-
21st birthday.
Bar hop a little bit, like go to a club or I don't know.
Club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's dance. We got to dance.
Yeah.
We could get a party bus.
That'll be fun too, but then you're enclosed just in that area.
No.
It'll be
I
nice
mean to
and
drive
stuff.
it between places.
Oh,
Like a Uber for a whole
that'd
bunch
be
of people.
cool.
Mhm.
That would be
All right,
really
we'll have
cool.
to think that part out. We'll have to think that out. Abby's 21st birthday, how big is it going to get? At least us, we might have to have a limo
Oh, that would be fun.
because it's your 21st birthday.
We got to
We
do it
might
right.
have to have a
Man.
limo.
Why
And It's going
not?
to be so good.
Yeah.
It's going to be such the scene. Everyone is going to, and you have to pick a color now. Think about it, because we're all going to wear it. Like
And we're
you're
gonna
24.
dress up, look hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Just
And
like
all of us will be in
good
the
time.
same color. So
Mhm.
everyone will know, oh, look at those people from H to T are in a color. So from head to toe, we're going to be in the color in 5-star black tie in the limo, maybe like expedition limo. That's why I'm kind of liking the idea of going back to the coast away from Orlando. But Thomas might know different about Orlando. He might be like, oh, there's a bunch of titty bars we can go to. You know
Mhm.
what? I think they have a Rachel's there, which is the one that has really good steak.
That
Like
sounds
there's
good.
Yeah, like there's one that has like bomb
Are you talking
ass
about steak at a
food.
strip club or food like a restaurant?
No, it's like a strip club with bomb food.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like bomb
What?
food.
Interesting. Very interesting. So you can eat and
Yeah.
just watch like ass and
I have no
titties.
idea. I haven't been to the one in Orlando. And I feel like when I went to the one in Palm Beach, I was too young. I was
Interesting.
overwhelmed. I was probably in the closet still. I was overwhelmed. How does a lesbian in the closet act natural at a strip club? I was probably having internal meltdowns. Everyone's
Shit.
paying attention to me. Can you imagine? Like, as if anyone was looking at me.
My first time, I was so fucking, oh my God, like, what if anybody sees me here? I'm going to be the talk of the Albanian community. Oh my God, just like worried the whole time. And then I got a couple drinks in me, and then I was fine after that. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, they were beautiful. Like, all the girls in there were gorgeous. Like, oh, it was a great first time. I was like, wow, I see why they come here.
Look, y'all, just no
I get it.
roofies. Okay, we're not doing the hangover here. This is like,
Oh yeah, I will fuck you
Uh,
up, even roofied.
Real Rye or Die made a good. Don't worry, I'm that bitch. Like
Yeah.
I'm that
the
bitch, and
three
I'll have
best
some
friends
other
that
drink
anyone could
watchers
be.
around.
No,
Like
I mean like the hangover. I'm talking about the hangover. How the guy fucking actually like roofies them all. Like he's the fucking weird
Oh
guy.
yeah.
oopsie. It is interesting. Real Rye or Die brought up. He's so scared of the microbiomes. Do you think like in the strip club you have to worry about the shed?
Ooh. Don't say that. For real. Holy shit. Maybe. I don't know. It depends probably the type of bar. If it's like completely naked or versus naked. Naked. I don't know. But then the skin is an
They have
organ.
completely naked ones in Florida.
Dude. What are you saying? Should we just
I
lock
feel like I
ourselves
have
up?
seen in Florida a girl shoot ping pong balls out of her vagina.
Oh, that's
Oh
some
wow.
fucking sailor shit. That's like,
Interesting.
yeah, okay. Like some of my favorite sea stories are
Eagle
from
power.
fucking men going overseas, like on a Westpac. They go like to freaking the Philippines or Thailand, and they're like, yeah, like some girls bend fucking forks with their butts, with their butt cheeks. Others like shoot baby turtles into freaking bowls on the table out of their vagina.
What the
Some will
fuck?
sit on a stack of quarters and give you exact change.
Oh my gosh.
Eagle
I know. I
power.
love sea stories. Like whenever they're like getting ready to tell you a sea story, you're like, oh shit, this is gonna
This
be something I've never
one
heard before.
stripper did like a handstand 69. I watched her. This is before Jules was my girlfriend, and I was with a lot of I don't hang out with a lot of lesbians that look like me, and I don't hang out with a lot of lesbians. So usually at the strip club, it'll be straight guys, straight ladies, and then like Jules, and then like me. And Jules at a strip club, all she becomes like all the strippers are so excited because anytime there's a straight femme girl at the strip club, strippers are excited. It's like they would rather hang out with them. They'll use them to get other tips from people. They don't have to hang out with the men as much. But
Yep.
I saw this girl do like a 69 handstand and take money out of Jules's mouth with her vagina. And I
Wow.
was
That is
like,
talent.
what? Like I still play it in my head like how did she do that? Like I've seen a lot of shit, but I was like the ping pong balls. I wasn't as impressed, but it was the ping pong ball girl. So, yeah.
A lot of the women in the chat are saying
Wow.
that male strippers are yuck, and it's like I tend to agree. Like I've done the whole
Okay.
male stripper thing, and it's so fucking weird.
I haven't and I won't.
Okay, there's a difference of the Chippendale thing
Show,
and a
yeah.
male strip club. In a male strip club, I went one time with a friend of a friend, and it was a gay guy's birthday. And I was like, oh, it was a male strip club. I didn't really want to go. And it was in Oregon where it's full naked. So I go
Whoa.
inside. There is so much just dick on the stage.
Whoa.
Just dick on the stage. And I'm like, eventually, like, I was like, I can't take any more dick. I got to turn away. And everywhere I looked was a TV of dick. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much dick. Like, I didn't know what
Overstimulated.
to do. Yeah, it was way too much dick. So then I was like, oh, fuck. And so then my observer and how everything has to be like, now I have to do a little study in my head. How many of the strippers are actual gay men at this gray strip club?
Oh,
And
yeah.
how many of them are straight? How can I tell? So I started to like watch them and like study their dance moves and like really, and then catch them on the side, like while I'm getting a drink or something, and hear their voice, hear their saunter, like watch them. So then I realized all the straight men strippers that were stripping for the gay guys, because gay men tip more than straight ladies. So this is why straight men strip for gay guys. They all strip like women. So they all are doing moves that they watch girls do on stage in girl strip clubs. All of the gay men, they do like everything I'd imagine you to do in Pilates in the gym, like push-ups, push-ups, push-ups. Like it's all moves that are very masculine to
Yeah.
show off like masculinity, not femininity. So it was the gay guys had a whole different masculine style strip, where the straight guys actually strip like the women they saw strip. And it was
Mm.
like quite a different thing to watch, but way
Interesting.
overwhelming. I wondered sometimes, I don't remember there being any straight women there, just boys and me and Jules. And so it was like, oh, there was no one to compare it to. Like if you guys were there, if I could be like, you guys, is this too much dick, or is it just because I'm a lesbian?
Interesting.
I would
I've
say
never
it's too
been
much.
to one.
Period. Like I don't know. No.
Like that, all that. Like I don't want to see a bunch of that. You know, like I don't know. It's just weird.
We hire.
me.
Oh, my
Oh
first
my
male
gosh,
stripper
I love
experience-
this. Can this
What?
be our new saying, everyone?
No,
No thanks, Tom Hanks.
Okay, so this is why I think I don't like it, because I was like maybe 10 and we were at my uncle's house and they were having some sort of party for the holidays. But anyway, apparently it was like his sister-in-law's birthday too. And all of a sudden there's like a knock on the door and there's like a whole bunch of people I don't know, but there's also a lot of my family mixed in.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy comes in and it's a cop. And he's like, he asked for the sister-in-law. He's like, you know, I heard you, he said something about like getting pulled over somewhere, or like we're speeding in this one spot, right? So then he takes this little radio he's holding and he puts it up on the mantle. And then he freaking
Riggs is
scripts
getting
in front
us
of
off.
all of us.
Wait,
Like,
Abbie, Riggs totally, he did that. I think he made me and Layla laugh at the same thing, that then we couldn't pay attention to your story.
oh, boo. Good story.
Oh, God.
Okay, now back to it.
Bro,
And
it's fucking hilarious.
So this freaking
And-
cop comes in. He's in like
no
full
thanks,
cop
Tom
attire.
Hanks. Okay, cop attire. Back
And
to
he-
it. Okay, I'm paying
He
attention.
puts his fucking radio up on the mantle, like, and he's sitting there like giving her shit like about speeding somewhere. And all of a sudden he hits play and he starts freaking dancing and taking his clothes off. And he had like this underwear, like I swear they're like tidy whities with a fucking tassel on them. I was so fucking traumatized. I was like,
How old were you?
Mom, I was like 10. Like he did this in front of everyone. It wasn't just like women. It was women, men, and children. And we were just like,
Interesting.
Mom, what is going on
Going
here?
on?
Like, I thought she was in trouble. Like, oh no,
Who
it's okay,
sent
Abbie.
that,
It's just a
or who
stripper.
did that?
I don't know
Who?
I don't know
No?
who sent it, but I think it was for her birthday just to mess with her.
Mhm.
But it wasn't her birthday
Interesting.
party there. It was just like they were acknowledging the birthday at the party.
Our chat.
Our chat tonight.
That's what I like about Sundays is because it's like off the fucking rails.
Rails.
There's
I
no
love it.
rails. Where we're going, we don't need roads. That's what I want the Secret Society of Good Guys theme to cut. Where we're going, it's like, no thanks, Tom Hanks.
Hector Bazooka is not sexy. That would not be my stage name.
And then it would be like some guy coming out. I pictured tidy whities with tassels. Where did you picture tassels, Layla, on tidy whities when Abbie said that?
Right on his dick.
I was so fucking weirded out.
Am I right? Am I right?
I remember like for hours afterwards, I was just like, what even happened? Yes, that's where it was. So it's like Elvira doing her little tassels with her nipples, but it's like he's doing it with his freaking underwear. And I'm like,
Oh God,
Mom, should I even be watching this right now? What the fuck?
Have you guys ever been in a room where somebody like all of a sudden like you're saying, Abbie, where there's like the cop becomes the stripper or like the sailor becomes the stripper, like everybody up against the wall.
And doing the hip thing. And then the tassel just spinning. I'm
It was
dying.
traumatizing.
Oh God.
I was traumatized.
It's just funny when you picture a man
It's
just
hard
doing
enough to it's hard enough with a woman being sexy with tassels on her tits trying to like making them spin, but it's like a
Spin.
lady, so you're like, okay, we're in. But like a guy doing one tassel, like he had tidy whities and he went to a store and he got one of them sticky tassels for tits.
It was
and he's
red
like,
too. It was red. I
Oh
remember
my
the color.
God. Oh God, that's
oh my
hilarious.
goodness, I'm a
I
mess over
picture
here.
as a kid like seeing that, like what the fuck? Ugh, that's
I
hilarious.
just remember like that. I was like, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. And I like, because it weirded me out so bad.
Yeah.
One time I was like probably 18 or 19 and I worked with all these older women and one of the women had a birthday and so they got a stripper. And I remember being in a room, let's say 20 women, and this stripper comes in and he's going around to everyone. And I remember looking at him dead in the eyes and I was like, get the fuck away from me right now. Like I was never more serious about anything in my fucking life. I felt like I was being intruded upon. Like I don't want you on me, naked man. It felt like no means no. And there's a weird thing when strippers are there, and I see guys do this to other guys. I've actually had to save more than one of my guy friends because just because they're a straight man doesn't mean they're comfortable with tits and rubbing in their face, even if they're
Yeah.
single. And other guys will be like, "What's up, fag? We're already like da, 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 da." And I'm like, you don't have to impress anyone. Like you don't
No.
have to like if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to. Like I'm gay as the day is long, I'm uncomfortable with it. Like so
Yeah.
you don't have to. And so a lot of the times guys will bully other guys to like take part in strip club fair, whatever the
Mhm.
deal is, and it goes against them. They don't feel good about it. And
Yeah.
it's just like a weird like hazing.
I was pressured once for a lap dance, and like I was like, no, guys, no. They're like, sit your fucking ass down. I paid for it, and blah blah blah. I'm like, all right. So I sit down, and the girl's doing her thing, and I'm just like throwing her money, and they're like, just touch her. I was like, I'm not fucking touching her. Here's your money, baby. Like, do what you gotta do, and I just let her do her thing. But like, I do not feel comfortable. Like, and everyone's staring. It's just like, mm-mm. I did not feel comfortable. I don't like it. I don't want to touch her. I'll watch from afar. Like, oh, I think women are beautiful, like I think women are beautiful creatures in general, like all women. Men too, but some like, but Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's a good time. You're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a blast.
Well,
Um,
whatever we do, even if we just hang out
Yeah.
around a campfire, it'll be fun.
what about
Yeah,
if
but we're
you
no, we're
opened the
definitely
door
going
on your
though.
birthday and there was a fatagram? Like instead of a stripper, it was a biggins,
I'll still
like the
respect this
whale.
thing. I would respect this thing and be shocked in my head, like maybe make a face or two at first and then be like, oh shit, like it's a human being maybe.
I actually have this idea, $1 million idea. You can get 5 fat men together, like
Mm-hmm.
big men, and you do a boy band idea for fat men. And so they still come out. They have to do the same day.
I was just thinking that part episode where they want to make a boy band and they're like finger bang bang, finger bang bang. Like they decided to name their boy band finger bang.
I
You know,
just
just like a
feel
fat carving.
I just
Sorry.
feel like they just like same dances, same matching outfits, same whole thing, but like whatever the Backstreet Boys songs or NSYNC songs, where they're like they could even do those songs, and they could like Fat
I
Street
mean,
Boys,
yeah, why not? Like, hey, why
Brokeback
not?
Mountain
They're
Boys.
human.
Oh wait, that's yeah.
Just because they're fat doesn't mean that they can't be in a boy band.
But like big, you know how it's really funny
Yeah,
when
yeah.
like like
Like ball
big
big.
people dance.
Like,
Like big people that actually still have moves and you're like, "Dang, that big person
oh,
can still
that.
dance."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That. I bet it'd be like fat, but like I don't know. Just an idea. I'm still working on it, you guys. Let me know what you think about the fat boy band idea.
If
Yeah.
you wanna
And it's not fat shaming or anything. Like, shut the fuck up with that. Like, freedom of speech. So, yeah, no.
No, but
we're
all
not
the
doing that
songs
here.
should be like if it's like I want you back, it's like I want you fat. Like
Mm.
it's like we're gonna rewrite the lyrics
Parodies.
like Weird Al, but it's gonna be all those songs. Like it'll be like bye bye bye, but it'll be bacon bacon bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, that would do
Like,
well. That would do really
yeah.
well. Mhm.
Fry, fry, fry.
Yeah, fry 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 fry. You can even picture the videos like dropping in Twinkies into fry bins in slow motion.
Mhm.
Donut or Oreos.
People eating and like going all over their face. I think it's the opposite of fat shaming. I think we turn up the like fatitude and like how they try to do with Lizzo, where they're like, "Hey, everyone, you have to think this is beautiful. We're forcing this upon you, and we're gonna make you think this is beautiful the same way we're gonna make you call this man a woman and this woman a man. We're gonna force you to do this, even though your eyes are seeing something different. We're gonna force you to say this is healthy. We're gonna force you." And so I feel like that's what our boy band will do. It's
Yeah.
like, but we're gonna do it times 10. Everything they try to do with Lizzo, we're gonna force you. Like, no, we don't even sell anything less than a large at our concert. Everything is XXXXXL. There's so many X's in the shirts.
You can create that now. Use AI and create that whole like concept and make a song out of it too.
Because then you have the bad
That'd be dope.
one, and then you have the cute one, and then you have the like, you know how they have all the like boy band tropes that each one fits into a thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Like the
feeling
Seven
this.
Dwarfs.
Yeah, you have 5 boy band members.
Mhm.
Or you do it like 98 Degrees where they all had their shirts off. They knew. They were like, hey, they just want to scream at hot guys. Let's actually give them hot guys. And so they
Yeah.
took like that idea of Chippendales, but then you would just have like Chris Farley's. But he would be too skinny for my group. I'd be like, next. He's too
Not-
skinny.
Not yet. You're not fat
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. Just an idea that I'm still working on it. I have $1 million ideas every day. That one just came to me. They're not all winners. Like
Sometimes, like the craziest, most stupidest thing will make like a major difference in someone's life. Like that's how it usually starts off with like the most stupidest idea and then boom. everyone wants it, and it just
Everyone's like,
happens.
oh my gosh, have you
Yeah.
heard that new fat band?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see this video? Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. You gotta watch it. Like, just listen to the lyrics. Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So
What
weird.
else?
Like
What's
our
that
song,
Hey, fat girl. Yeah, I called you fat. Oh, Digital Underground.
I'm a girl, like that's fucking dope.
Yeah, I called
The
you
Humpty
fat. Look at
Dance.
me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting
Me
busy.
getting
I'm a
it. Yep.
freak. I'm the one with. I always thought it was
get
so weird. The Humpty
Burger King
Dance,
bathroom.
even
Yeah.
that glasses and the. That's
The nose.
how I knew Tupac was gay
Mm.
because he was a little dancer in the Digital Underground.
There was a whole interview he had that he sounded like so gay in. Like he was on an interview and
He
it was
went
just
to
like
Juilliard, I think.
yeah,
I might be
I'm just
making
like
that up.
I'm like, what Tupac is this? Like, what version of Tupac is this? There's the gangster side, and then there's like a whoa gay side. Like,
I'm gonna tell you for real. I saw somebody put fat chicks equal full of love. Here's what you do want in the world. You want a girl that has battled her weight somewhere in her youth because she usually has a better personality. But if you're gonna get a girl that once was chubby, you also want her to be an athlete because her body remembers how to get thin if she needs to.
mm-hmm. That is true.
And Abbie is excuse free zone. You aren't allowed to say, I've had kids. I'm never going to have a good body again.
I've had 5.
She's proof, walking proof, live. Like,
And yes, I did get fat once. Once I was like, for me, 185 pounds. I gained 75 pounds when I was pregnant the first time. So yes, I've been.
And
big.
185, that is a lot on women in general, but Abbie isn't a tall lady.
I'm not. I'm small.
So
I
you
consider
guys
myself
know.
tall for a short person, but
honestly, I thought you were gonna be tall when I first met you. Like,
That's so
like at
funny.
least like around my height. That's what I thought. I thought you were gonna be tall. I don't know why.
I was prepped to meet you, Layla, because Alex is
Mhm.
like, oh, Layla, a tall bitch.
Yeah.
And Alex, a tall bitch. So when she told
Mhm.
me Layla, a tall bitch, I'm like, oh, Layla. I just already was prepared.
Yeah, I'm not like super tall, but like I'm tall.
But you're in Alex's head
Height
space.
range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall
So
chicks
I'm like-
rule. Fucking love being tall. I used to hate
This
it.
is
Now I love it.
no, this is what I actually shout out to tall people out there that I think short people need to do more. You know how if you're a tall person, everyone asks you to get stuff off the top shelf or hey, can you grab that? Okay, awesome. You owe the same regard to them of getting stuff off the bottom shelf. It is so much easier for you to get down there than a tall person to get down there. And maybe Layla's really flexible and maybe some taller women are flexible. But if you know a guy and he's like 6'5", he can't get down to the bottom shelf so easy. Help him out. He's reaching for stuff for you all the time. Get him that thing off the bottom floor. So it's
Yeah.
just like there are that thing that like our height, we always hear the tall person, but the short person never helps the tall person get anything off the bottom.
well, I
That's
don't
true.
ever ask. I just jump on counters or at the grocery store. I'll climb shelves. I don't give a fuck.
5'9". 5'9", 5'10". I just say 5'9". 5'10", people are like, oh my god, you're a giant. No, I'm 5'9".
She's not feeling.
But I'm really 5'10".
Yeah, she's really 5'10".
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what's the thing that they say about shoes in the South? There's like that, like a 5 feels so good. I buy a size 6, some shit. I don't know. That's how Layla with her height.
I wish I was 5'4".
All right. All right. We didn't give you guys any conspiracy today. I guess not
No.
enough.
No.
Let's see.
I
Is there
mean-
any conspiracy we can throw in? Let me think what else I was thinking about today. Easy ones, electric cars, not being able to grow our gasoline in the backyard like our medicine. I don't know. Everything's a conspiracy to me every
I
day.
saw some
know. I
weird
thought-
thing on It's so weird. Something about the sun and how they were showing in this particular video how you could take a magnifying glass and burn white paper through the magnifying glass. You know, you can burn things with a magnifying glass and using the sun. Well,
Yeah.
now apparently, white paper is not burning. I haven't tried this experiment, but I will eventually. But now white paper seems to not burn, and they're saying like it's a different type of sun. But when you put it on brown paper, like a brown paper bag, it will burn right through it, but it's not burning the white paper. So like there's this whole weird phenomena of videos going around on TikTok that is showing this weird thing. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is a little conspiracy about like people saying that the sun is not the same sun that it changed this past year during the eclipse. So yeah, or maybe a layer of firmament is overlapping or something. I don't know, to change the brightness of the sun.
What about the video of Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong Un like hugging?
Oh yeah.
It's so fucking ridiculous. It's like, can you guys not see that this is all just a play and these are actors?
This is the crazy shit. It's like the Putin, whoever's playing the Putin mask, that mask looks as fake as the Joe Biden mask.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And then anyone could be Kim Jong Un with that haircut. Any Asian could be Kim Jong Un, and everybody, I don't care who you are in America, that character is just the character of that. And
is.
so
You
it's
just gotta
just
wear the
like,
suit and
yeah, it's like, oh, and these two world leaders met up, and we're like, okay.
now we gotta
Okay.
worry again about Russia and Korea, North Korea, the fake North Korea.
No, the North Korea psyop. It's like when people are like, "Oh my gosh, Chaney, you think all of Sandy Hook's fake?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think the entirety of North Korea is fake." That's how big do you think the shadow government is? The entirety of North Korea.
The more people
Well,
I tell that to, the more people are like, you know, that makes a lot of sense.
don't they kind of show that in the movie where they kind of make fun of the North Korean president and they go there and it shows like fake food images on all the buildings and like shows that no one's really around type of thing. So it's like fake in the sense. So like, I don't know. They kind of
Like,
threw
it
it
could
in
be
our
just
face
as
there.
fake. They're like, "Look how much he controls," and it's like, no,
Mhm.
because no one's really here. This is the CIA. This is all
Mhm.
CIA. This is the only part you're allowed to go to. It's not because he's that big of a dictator. It's because nothing else is real. This is how big the movie studio is. And so
Yeah.
it's like, this is where Dennis Rodman was allowed to go. And this is what they use North Korea for. So they
Mhm.
use the interview because the interview was the very first thing that, oh my gosh, the Sony hack happened. We can't let any of this. So we're going to, even though we were going to release this at the movies, you guys, no one was going to the movie theater anymore because you all have movie theaters inside your house and you can watch all these movies anytime you fucking want. So the movie
Yep.
theater business was dying before we all got locked in our houses, but they blame it on us getting locked in our houses. So the interview was the first movie with James Pedo Franco, and who knows what's going on with that other guy. The fat curly haired Jew. But so those two guys, they come out with this movie, and this movie is all one legitimizes North Korea to be this whole scary thing. It also gives us all the Sony hacks. So that's how we find out about Weinstein and this whole fake dance that was going to happen anyway. So the whole Me Too movement could pop off. And I still am like, huh. So we heard about a couple of no-name fucking actresses that they were assaulted by Weinstein, but still Jennifer Lawrence and Angelina Jolie never came out and told me how they sucked his dick to get Hunger Games.
Yeah. And I heard they're trying to whatever they sentenced him to or whatever they found him guilty of. I think he's trying to fight that now or something or get that revoked or whatever the term is used for that. But he's trying to, I think they're trying to
Appeal or
remove,
whatever.
yeah, or something, appeal or whatever the fuck is going on. So that's happening. There was like a whole
It
thing
all
about
is
it.
a setup. I know
It's
it
all
happened way
bullshit.
before, but it
Yeah.
all is a setup. It's all little test games to get into your zeitgeist so you believe in things like North Korea shooting a missile to you. North
Yeah.
Korea is entirely the same as the moon landing to me. You have to believe, oh, they're working on stuff. They can almost put enough gunpowder in a phallic shaped thing and get it all the way to the shores of blah, blah, blah. If they
Yeah.
could do this all the time, then why would it be such a big deal if China and Russia built fucking missile bases in fucking Cuba. Why would it be such a big deal if they could shoot a missile right from their fucking country? And if they can shoot to the moon, they can get to anywhere on Earth. So why do they need all these other missile bases anywhere? They can keep it protected and shoot it right from their place. Make your logic make sense to my 10-year-old brain. Like, all of it was a setup. It all
It
happened.
all
It's the
is.
same way
It
Howard
all is.
Stern.
was
It's
one
like
of the final arguments with my sister was over North Korea. She was like, well, who I voted for, because I didn't vote for, Hillary or whatever, but it was like, I guess you don't have to worry about it because North Korea isn't going to be able to hit you with a missile. I was like, bitch.
Like, what
My
way could I
God.
become a bigger victim to you? I guess
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about North Korea like I do, Abbie.
Yeah, it's not a big deal to you. You're not going to die.
I just want you to know I'm keeping track of North Korea better than you because they're an assault to me. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, this, some of these people with the things that this is why, like, look at how many people are so upset about things that are so far away. They don't know anyone there. They don't know anything. They're just like, oh, my friends are mad at this thing. I'm going to be mad at this thing. They have no connection past a headline. Well, Abbie, I guess you don't have to worry about it now, do you? Because North Korea is not at your back door.
You live in the middle of the fucking country, Oklahoma. Yeah, they're not threatening you.
Jesus H. Jesus Christ.
That's what I said.
Jesus Christ.
That's my favorite thing that Brittany says. I love it.
That's my favorite. She gets so upset. All
Jesus
right, you
Christ.
guys. We love you so much. We will be
Thanks for
back
hanging.
Friday night at midnight on every place that you see us now. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, the bell, and we will be back. And so we hope you guys have an awesome week. And maybe
Love
if
you
it's not a
guys.
dead cat or a dead relative or a dead anything, the energy is still there, and time and space isn't real to the energy. So whatever way you choose for that energy to interact with you, I hope you get validation this week.
Yeah.
So we love you guys so much, and we will see you in a few sleeps. Okay.
It's
Bye
fun.
bye.
Bye bye.
Britney Spears, can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
What we used to think we knew is constantly explore the view of possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, mega mistakes, entertaining, calling linguists. Good guys. Forum of decorum needs a secretive society to advance on philosophies intentionally, magically good guys, good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, weirdos, mischief making. It's okay to change your thinking. Good guys. Good guys, good guys.
Bunnies. Hi. Okay, of course she's starving for the most attention because she's the youngest. Give me attention, please. Now, Sarah, you're very stuck up. And you're too cool for school, I get it. Jesus Christ, be nice. Girls, be nice. No fighting.